Yo, honey, wake up! New rank 4 spam skill just dropped. I often wonder if Konami actually remembers there are more ranks outside of rank 4. I'm not really sure how many more rank 4 spam skills we actually need in this game. But the question is, how good is the latest one? Well, it's alright, it's pretty decent. Unless you come across an 8000 attack, indestructible, untargetable Sacred Beast, then Mr. Shark, I no longer feel so good. But outside of that one absolutely abysmal matchup, I had a fairly decent time with this deck list, winning 12 out of the 15 games I played with it, which, to be fair, it is late month king of games, so a lot of my opponents aren't exactly the most optimal deck builders around. But regardless, I still do feel like this was a good showing with this deck list, and as far as rank 4 spam skills go, this is definitely one of the better ones they've released, so without further ado, let's just go check it out. So here's today's deck list. But before we get into the deck list, apparently nearly 50% of people watching this aren't even subscribed to the channel. So if you guys are new around here and find yourself enjoying this kind of content and think you want to see some more videos from me in the future, please remember to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel down below. Alright, let's jump into this deck list. So as the name of my lovely deck list suggests, this deck build is probably one of the most simple builds I think I've ever done, considering the skill is so incredibly one-dimensional that it reflects in the deck list as well. I've just included 3 O's for all the best cards, and that's basically it. The rest of the deck is just all tech cards, and that is your deck list. So what this skill does is it has 3 different effects. The first one is you can send 1 fish shark monster from your hand and 1 from your deck to the graveyard, then add 1 aqua jet from outside of your deck to your hand. So very simply, activate the skill whenever you've got one of these 2 shark monsters in your hand, to dump them both to the graveyard, 1 from your hand, 1 from your deck, then you can use their graveyard effects, put them back on the field, and make a rank 4 with them. Incredibly simple. Alright, then we have the second effect. Reveal 1 spell card in your hand, take 1 card from your hand or your graveyard, and attach it to an Xyz monster on your field as Xyz material. The whole purpose of this part of the skill, I'm pretty sure, is only just to give an attachment to your Levia after summoning it off of your Bahamut Shark. I don't think there's any other real use for it, at least I haven't really seen another use, but that's typically what you're using it for. Alright, and the final part is, if your opponent controls a card, add 1 Armored Xyz from outside your deck to your hand, then play 1 Black Ray Lancer from outside your deck to your field in face down defense position. Its battle position can be changed. Obviously, the whole point of this is you put the dude on the field, flip it face up, then you have a spell card in your hand to instantly go into the brand new Xyz monster, which requires a spell card to rank up into it. So this deck plays 4 monster cards, starting off with your right hand shark. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 left hand shark from your deck to your hand. You typically don't need to worry about this effect whatsoever, as if you ever see this thing in your hand, you're dumping it straight to the graveyard with your skill for its second effect. If this card's in your graveyard and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card to the field, but banish it when it leaves the field. An Xyz monster will summon using only water monsters material, including this card, gains this effect. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. So typically, put this thing in the graveyard, revive it, then summon an Xyz monster, and whatever you summon is immune to battle. Alright, next up we have your Buzzsaw Shark. You've all seen this thing before. It targets itself, summons a level 4 from the deck list, making it really easy to go into your level 4 Xyz monsters. Alright, then we have Beautunaful Princess, whatever the hell this card's name is. This thing you can banish it from the field, summon out a copy of your Buzzsaw from the deck list. That's basically it, just 3 more copies of Buzzsaw. Then we have your left-hand shark. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, it becomes level 4. Here's each of the following effects once per turn. If you control a right-hand shark and this card's in your hand or graveyard, special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So typically, just like with the other shark, if you ever see this in your hand, you're dumping it straight to the graveyard to then summon it back to the field to make a rank 4 with it. Alright, and the final effect, very similar to this card's effect, same thing, only it makes the card immune to destruction effects, not just from destruction by battle. As for the extra deck, there are 2 brand new cards to go through, starting off with your full armored Utopic Ray Lancer. Once per turn, you can also Xyz summon this card by discarding 1 spell trap card and using 1 rank 4 or lower Xyz monster you control, so literally your entire extra deck, discard 1 spell or trap card, can just summon this thing straight to the field. Alright, monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack. At the start of the battle phase, you can negate the effects of all attachment monsters your opponent currently controls, so if your opponent is a Ubel or something, you can negate it and you can swing into it quite freely. When this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can attach one material from this card. It can make a second attack in a row. So this card just leads to a ton of OTKs, reduces everything by 500, negates everything, they can swing multiple times, and can be summoned on top of any of your other Xyz cards, which is very important for cards like your Bahamut Shark, which of course summons a rank 3 from your deck, but then it can't attack itself, so you can turn your Bahamut Shark, which would normally be pretty useless, into a card that can multi-hit kill your opponent. Speaking of rank 3s to summon off your Bahamut Shark though, we of course have Tri-Edge Levia. Alright, so you don't need to worry about how to summon this thing because you're always summoning it from your Bahamut Shark and then giving it a material from your skill. Banish any monsters try battle with this card. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, then target one face-up monster on the field, it loses 800 attack. Also, its effects are negated. These changes last until the end of this turn. So you summon off your Bahamut, give it a material, there's a quick effect, can negate one of your opponent's monsters, so a great card to summon on turn 1. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the deck list portion. The rest of the cards in here are all just tech cards or Xyz monsters you've probably seen before, so without further ado, let's jump into some gameplay showcasing what this deck can do. Alright, so let's just jump straight into it. So today I've got 6-ish replays to share with you guys, all of which were taken from inside of King of Games, during that 13 win, 3 loss spree I had with this deck list. Like I said at the start of the video though, it's kind of hard to take a lot of these games seriously, or these win streaks seriously, when a lot of people I'm playing against aren't exactly playing the most optimal deck lists around, so I try to gather replays against some more decent opponents, but keep in mind, this is still late month King of Games, so maybe take this with a grain of salt, who knows. Anyway, let's jump into it. So starting off with an Unchained player, and we've opened a lot of actual spell cards this time, which is pretty good because Unchained has a lot of back row to deal with, so we do like some Bin Lance for that stuff. Alright, and I think I started off this replay by misplaying instantly. Alright, yeah, I think I started off by using Chalice. As soon as I use this Chalice, I realized 2 seconds later, why did I use this? Now if my opponent can revive this thing, he can just use its effect anyway, so this was a dumb Chalice. I should just change it to whenever this card tries to use its effect. Yeah, that was dumb. Especially considering I'm pretty sure I knew he had the trap card set, like we saw him search it, so yeah, I should have saved the Chalice for later on. Either way, using my skill, dumping both these cards to the graveyard so they can both revive themselves to the field. My opponent's going to try to pop one. We can dodge that, of course. This does mean my opponent can now re-summon his annoying card. Yeah, so I sort of had a Chalice for this. Not that it mattered because we can actually keep playing anyway. Normal summoning the right hand Shark, searching for the left hand. Special summoning from the graveyard because we have one on the field. Xyz summoning straight into a Bahamut. Bahamut effect, going to summon out our level 3. Then we can attach a material to it as well. Alright, using another part of our skill to just place a level 3 monster on the field, or a rank 3 monster. Instantly ranking up into our full armored Utopic using the only monster on our field that can't attack. So then we can swing in, negating the effects of the monster on the field. And yeah, unless he happened to have this thing in hand, he is just dead. We already knew it was in his hand anyway because we saw him at it earlier. So despite the small misplay, we still played through 2 Disruption there, which is pretty decent. That is something this deck is fairly decent at. With all these different tech cards in here, you can play through Disruption very easily. Especially with a skill that just puts a rank 3 straight on the field, that you can instantly turn into a double hitting, minus 500 attack, whatever, negate the field monster. Can be pretty crazy. Alright, going second verse, I don't even know if this guy was even playing. No, he wasn't. He was playing Sky Striker, I'm pretty sure. Sky Striker just had this thing on the field to instantly put it in the graveyard for an extra spell card, I'm pretty sure. Started off by milling a Summon Breaker. Very cool. Forget they didn't actually ban this card, they just limited it. Alright, so we just want an Abyss Dweller on the field at some point here. So we're going to try and bait out some sort of negation, that way when we summon the Abyss Dweller, we can be safe to stop this thing being able to summon itself back. So skill, putting these 2 in the graveyard, they summon themselves both back. Making a Bahamut. Trying to use this effect to try to bait out the back row. Got the Widow Anchor, which is basically all we needed. Hit Buzzsaw Shark, summoning out the other shark, making the Abyss Dweller. Now we can use our skill, placing our rank 4 on the field, or sorry, rank 3, so we can instantly rank it up. Making our full armored. Using the Abyss Dweller so we can't use the card in the graveyard. Aqua Jet to give this thing an 1000 attack boost. So swing in twice. And then 3200 straight to the face. Alright. It's pretty funny the Aqua Jet cannot be used on the big guy because he's a fucking beast warrior for some reason. But it can be used on your Abyss Dweller and stuff, so... Not only useful for just putting in your hand to discard to turn into this thing, sometimes the attack boost can actually be relevant as well, just to lethal your opponent or whatever. Alright. Up against Dumon. Not sure what this guy was playing. I know there was another, so my alerts are still on. Just turn them off real quick. There we go. Alright. So I can't remember what this guy was playing. I know there was another Sky Striker player at some point, but this guy was playing the new Star Seraph stuff. I think he didn't really set up that insane of a field. I think he just thought Abyss Dweller equal instant win versus this deck. Which, to be fair, Abyss Dweller is really annoying because it instantly stops me going to our first rank 4 monster by discarding the sharks with the skill. But it's not the end of the world because we still have a Buzzsaw and we still have the other part of the skill that just places a monster on the field. So as long as this Lance can defend me a little bit, we're good to go. Oh, and also this guy decided to not use it during the draw phase, so I got to summon this card just straight away for whatever reason. Alright, Treacherous Trap Hole, going to destroy my stuff. I'm going to use my Lance to defend one of them. Specifically the Buzzsaw Shark. Gets a Fate Veiled though anyway. Alright, Magic Combo, going to be placing my card on the field. Ranking him up to our full armored. Then forgetting I just lanced this card, so I tried to boost attack by 1000. Yeah, we ignore this part of the replay. A second Effect Veiler. My god. Double Effect Veiler, a Treacherous, and an Abyss Dweller. How annoying. At least that thankfully means he's out of resources, so he's relying on his skill, and he can only make a rank 4 here, which we've got enough follow-up for it, whatever it is, so we're good to go. So wipes the field, and now we are just gonna, yeah, absolutely delete him. Buzzsaw summoning out the card to the field, resummoning the Shark. Making the Behemoth. And yeah, Behemoth can now reduce this thing's attack, and he's just dead. Oh, the monster we're summoning with the Behemoth would reduce his attack. If we can, actually, we didn't have a spell card to reveal for the skill, right? So I don't know if we could even have, done that. Either way, I think it was in a pretty bad spot, so... Moving on. Alright, next replay. Maybe I should just summon the rank 4 that just shuffled it back into the deck and just lethaled him that way. I don't think I actually had lethal there, either way. Alright, Yami Bakura. Mr. Jesus LA13 or something. Okay. It looked like a, okay, anyway. So dumping with the skill, adding the Aqua Jet to hand, special summoning, making the Behemoth. Behemoth summoning to the field, using the next part of our skill. Alright, Buzzsaw Shark summoning out, these two become the Abyss Dweller. And passing the turn. Alright, Spirit Grass putting in the graveyard, Gazuki going to be milling. We can now negate the Gazuki. Sets to back row and passes. Alright, make our full armored Utopic. Princess banish, summoning a dude from our deck. Swinging in, we've got Abyss Dweller active, so this thing can't summon anything back. And we still have a Lance in case he has something annoying. Ice Dragon's Prison, but like I mentioned earlier, this thing is a beast warrior, so unless you want to banish the Shark, it does absolutely nothing. Hit him in the face, and he's a goner. Alright, next up. Yeah, this deck really does just spam a whole bunch of cards to the field. It can be really hard to deal with going, if you're going first, if you don't have enough disruption. To be fair, there's a few decks too. I came across one guy who set up just like a 3000 defense monster, and that was really annoying to deal with, actually. So we have got, obviously, Summon Remove, but we have got the the rank 4 that shuffles back and stuff, but it can be really annoying if they just have the perfect amount of like negation or whatever else. It can be kind of irritating. Especially considering your boss monster actually only reduces attack stats, so if your opponent has a monster in defense with 3000 defense, unless you have Dweller on the field for the attack boost, it can kind of be hard to remove. Or get through at least. Alright, up against, once again, another Sky Striker opponent. Kagura, you'll be adding back the Engage. Engage gonna be searching, grabbing a Widow Anchor. This making the Hyate. Shizuku, adding back, and then passing over, I believe. Yeah, setting 3 and passing back. And we've got the exact same game plan as we had in the second replay of this video. Just trying to get a Dweller on the field and hope our opponent doesn't negate it. He's going to try to negate the left-hand Shark. We've got 2 lots of Lance, so we are very well defended against that. These teammate Bahamut. Bahamut going to be summoning to the field. Alright, Buzzsaw Shark summoning out. These 2 become the Dweller. Then we use both effects of our skill, one to attach and one to rank up our boy over here. And of course, place this guy on the field as well. Alright, summon the Ray Lancer. Go into the battle phase, activate the Dweller, give me an attack boost on monster on field, double attacking for like 1 billion damage, and he's just dead. And we still had a Lance in hand, even if he had another lot of negation or steal effects or something in that back row. Alright, final replay. Up against a Galaxy Eyes player who thankfully didn't summon that stupid level 8 monster or rank 8 monster that makes it so I can't summon stuff from the graveyard. That card is really annoying when I'm trying to use my Shark skill, but I think I had did I have a Blue Eyes player earlier try to do that on me or something? Can't quite remember. I know I had one do that when I was trying to play Live Twin earlier. Alright, trading, gonna be dumping, drawing a couple of cards. Special summonings, giving him a search. I think he makes the Chronomaly monster here. Yeah, makes the rank 5. For summoning out, I think the other, yeah, there's a Felgrand over here, or whatever this card's name is. Shark Magic combo, once again, gonna be summoning the 2 dudes back to the field. Gonna try to negate us, we've got a Chalice, so don't particularly care. Alright, summoning out, he has I think a Treacherous Trap Hole here. No, never mind, ignore me. Special summoning our dude, he's gonna now summon. He has a Photon Stream of Destruction, and there's Upper Bin Lance being used. And he's used his negation as well, so no more disruption on field here. Special summon, these 2 become the Abyss Dweller. If you're wondering why I summoned Abyss Dweller, because I really was kind of worried I wouldn't have enough attack to beat over the 2600 defense and the 2800 attack here with our boy over here, because he's only got 2500, so I was kind of worried I wouldn't be able to beat over these monsters, so I made sure I have an attack boost on field. Alright, this becomes my Utopic Ray Lancer. Give myself a Lysol boost of the Acrojet, using this thing's effect at the start of the battle phase to negate everything, then not realizing this thing only negates cards in attack position, so bit of an awkward swing here. Yeah. I did not know until this moment this card only negates attack position monsters, so that could have been bad. Though it turns out our opponent didn't know that either, because he tried to go to battle phase and swing in, gets negated, and yeah. Saltily tries to use this effect multiple times before accepting defeat, and yeah, he's done so. So a slight misplay there, but at least now we've learned, alright. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, hope you see the next one. Laters.
Hey big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.